Last lesson, we had a look at the different types of angles. Can anyone remember what type of angles we were looking at and the names of them?
That's right, a right angle. And can everyone show us what a right angle looks like with your arms? Good job. Now can someone come up on the board and draw a right angle for us? How about another type of angle that we looked at?
An acute angle.
Good
Awesome.
job.
Can everyone show us what an acute angle looks like using your arms? Amazing. All right, can someone please come and draw this on the board for me?
Now we talked about one other type of angle yesterday. Who can tell me what it is? That's right, an obtuse angle. Everyone, can you show us with your arms again what an obtuse angle looks like? Now we need someone to come up on the board and draw us an obtuse angle.
Can someone please put their hand up and let me know what the differences are between these type of angles?
Can everyone go back to their desks? And there will be a straw for each of you waiting there. What we want everyone to do is bend their straw. Now it doesn't matter where you bend it. It can be in the middle or it can be on the side. And what we want you to do is, using a piece of paper, you're going to label the vertex, the two different arms, and the angle itself.
I've handed out some worksheets, and on your desk you should have one straw, worksheet number 1, and you should have your book open. I'm just using a piece of paper for this example. So the first thing that we're going to do on our worksheet is we're going to find and label our acute and obtuse angles. So this here is a pentagram. So on this pentagram we can see that there are lots of different angles. For example, we have this one here. Now, I can see that that is not a right angle as this, therefore I'm going to label it as an acute angle. Whereas this one, you can see that it is not a right angle nor an acute angle. Therefore, I'm going to label it as an obtuse angle. I want you to do this with the rest of your angles. Your angles is take your straw and we're going to bend it so that it matches the angle that you have on your piece of paper. Now you're going to hold that in place and transfer it over to your book. Now I want you to draw this angle in your book as carefully as you possibly can. And then we're going to label it here. Now that we've labelled all of our angles, you should have labelled them all on your own worksheet, we can see that these two obtuse angles are equal, although they are facing the other way. So, because we know that they're equal, I'm going to colour them in or mark them both with the same colour. I've chosen purple. Now my acute angles, they are a different size to my obtuse angles. Therefore, I am going to label them with a different colour.
Now that we've done worksheet 1, we're going to move on to worksheet 2. The first thing you want to do is find and label acute and obtuse angles in the shape. I'm going to start with this one. I know that this angle is smaller than 90 degrees, so I'm going to label it acute. I can see the angle next to it is an obtuse angle because it is larger than 90 degrees but smaller than 180. Now we're going to do what we did before. We're going to grab our straw, and this time we're going to match it up, gently transfer it over, and trace your obtuse angle. And label it. Now I'm going to color code my angles that are the same size. Because this is a triangle that is equilateral, I know that these two angles are the same size. And now I'm going to do the same thing with two obtuse angles that are the same size as well. And this time I'm going to use a yellow colour so I can show that they're different sized angles.
Now we're going to discuss our answers
And write up any key terms that we've learnt or discussed on our word wall. Okay, now we're going to move on to the online activity. So the first part of this activity is we're going to use a protractor to measure angles on our computer screen. This will allow us to see what the angles are in size exactly. Okay, now if we look at our first angle here, we can see it lines up to the 70-degree mark. So I'm going to enter 70 degrees on our answer sheet. Now if I look at my next angle, I can see it lines up to 10 degrees. So I'm going to enter 10 degrees in the box.
You can continue with the remainder of this site.
Okay guys, so level 1 focuses on our acute angles. So you're going to be focusing on measuring these ones on level 1. Level 2 will take you to the same activity but for obtuse angles.
Now we're going to move on to our fun part of this lesson. We're going to be playing an island game on our iPads. Within this game, we have to estimate the angle either using a protractor or an estimated guess. So estimate the angle between the boat and the island. My first guess was 90 degrees. As you saw, I selected the direction as well, and I went a little bit too far. I did not hit the island, and I hit a scary octopus instead. So now we're going to try it again. So you'll be able to see that I'm clearing my answer and giving it another go, selecting the direction, and I picked 70 degrees this time, which unfortunately I ran into another scary octopus. So let's try again. So now that I've gotten it wrong 2 times in a row, I have a protractor to help me so I can see that it's neither 70 nor 90. It must be right in the middle. So I'm picking 80 this time instead. Let's see what we get.